Hello, boys and girls. I'm Danny English, and this is another English lesson. Lesson 1 was about food and adjectives that can describe it. The goal we set today is pretty serious as well. We are going to overcome difficulties related to using prepositions. I hope all my lessons will be of great use to you. So, not to miss any upcoming videos on this channel, all you have to do is to hit that subscribe button and the bell down below. When speaking about prepositions in English, non-native speakers often complain that they are so confusing, they are so unclear, and sometimes completely different from prepositions they have in their native language. Yes, for sure, prepositions are challenging. And unfortunately, the only way to be successful at using them is remembering them. Have you heard about dependent prepositions? Yes, dependent prepositions. Those that come next to specific verbs, adjectives, and nouns. Today we are having 5 words like this. Words that are always followed or almost always followed by specific fixed prepositions. And the only way to success with them is remembering them together, a word and a preposition that comes next to it. Before we go to the first word, I want to encourage you to watch this video till the end, because at the end of the video, you will find a couple of useful exercises that will increase your chances of remembering the 5 words of the lesson. The first word is eligible. Eligible. Let's guess the preposition that follows this word. A. For. B. At. C. In. You're welcome to take your notes and write down the variant which you think is correct. After we analyze all 5 words with their dependent prepositions, you will have a chance to check your guesses. I hope you will share them with me in the comments below, and we will see how many you have guessed. We now can watch a video to see the right answer.
But the statute says explicitly that the only children that are eligible for this special treatment are children who have bona fide learning disabilities that does not include disabilities due to poverty or cultural or external factors.
I would be lying if I said that eligible is always followed by for. No. In fact, in many cases, you can also use an infinitive after it. Of course, the meaning and the role of this word will be different. Let's watch another video.
Only 33% of those eligible to work between 16 and 19 actually have jobs. And sadly, only 33% of those eligible to work between 16 and 19 actually have jobs. And sadly,
word number 2 is accuse. Accuse. And the variants are A. For, B. Of, C. In. Take your notes, try to guess, or maybe you already know the answer. Let's check.
USAID contractor Alan Gross has been imprisoned in Cuba by the Cuban government since 2009. They accuse him of being a CIA operative. USAID contractor Alan Gross has been imprisoned in Cuba by the Cuban government since 2009. They accuse him of being a CIA operative.
Word number 3 is sympathize. Sympathize. And let's see the variants. A. For, B. Of, C. With. Think carefully before making your choice.
People only connect with the idea of someone being a refugee if they're living in a tent. If they are someone who is living in some sort of hut or shelter that looks really bad, then they're a refugee. But at the moment that they're in a house, at the moment they have a roof over their head, people don't sympathize with them anymore, they don't connect with it anymore, and they don't view them anymore as a refugee.
Word number 4 is acquiescence. Acquiescence. And here are the variants: A, in; B, to; C, at. In fact, 2 variants are correct. So take your notes and look at the key in the video.
And in this memo, it talked about the government's acquiescence in the murder of the Jews. Imagine that. The government's acquiescence in the murder of the Jews.
And make a determination whether or not they want to go to the polls to support people who are giving that level of acquiescence to the Trump agenda and to the Trump administration.
The word number 5 is atrocity. Atrocity. And the variants are A, at; B, against; C, towards. So, boys and girls, make one more choice and let's go to the video.
Government-affiliated armed groups and independent self-defense militias in the Central African Republic have committed shocking and horrific atrocities against innocent civilians that demand a swift response by the international community.
At the very beginning of this lesson, I promised you some exercises, so now it's high time to look at them. In this activity, we are going to match the 5 words of the lesson, which are in the blue column, with their synonyms that are in the red column. For example, the word accuse from the blue column is synonymous with the word blame from the red one. Now you can pause the video to match the synonyms in your notes. And here come the right answers. So now you can see whether you have matched the synonyms correctly or not. And let's go to the next activity. In exercise number 2, we also have to match the words from the blue column with their prepositions from the red one. You can see that there is one extra preposition which you do not need to use. So, pause the video and do the matching exercise in your notes. And here is the key. And the wrong preposition is at. We don't use at with any of the words from the blue column. The third activity is my favorite one. To remember the words and the dependent prepositions better, you should try to make up your own story using them. Here is an example of such a story. John's acquiescence to the corrupt plan offered by his partner resulted in a complete disaster for him. After being accused of bribery, John barely managed to find somebody who would sympathize with him. All his friends turned their backs on him. Besides, all John's employees remembered his atrocities against them back in the day and were happy now as he was sent to jail. John strongly believed he was eligible for probation, but in fact he was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Now, as we have covered all 5 words from our list, I would like you to find more words like this, those that are followed by dependent prepositions, and share them with me in the comments down below. Thank you so much for learning English with me. I'll see you again next Sunday for our new lesson here on my YouTube channel. Bye!